Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Time with Rella podcast. Well, today we have a special guest with us, and I'd like her to introduce herself and she'll tell you what she does. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ife. You can call me Miss Ife or Shibi. Yes,
Okay.
I was a student until recently, and I'm a business owner. I own Shibi's Braids.
Hi, friends. So I'm interrupting this episode to appreciate you for tuning into the Time with Rella podcast and apologize for the poor audio quality. This is because all our episodes with guests are done remotely, but we promise you a better audio quality in the future. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the episode. So I think you're the first person here that I've seen tweets about going to therapy and just a little bit about what happens. Can you please tell us why you decided to go to therapy in the first place?
Okay, going to starting therapy was an impulsive decision on my part because I did it basically because I got out of a relationship that really um made me sad. It destabilized me a lot. Yes, so I thought that therapy was going to help me, soothe my feelings and try to regulate my emotions. But then when I started, I realized that it was even deeper than that. It's something that I should have done a long time ago. That just touched every part of my life apart from the relationship or romance aspect. That was just one part that needed some healing, and therapy really worked. Abi is working because I'm still in it.
Okay, so can you tell us about your journey? Where are you now in your life? Like you said, you're a business owner. Yeah, just your journey. Give us like a bit about your background, where you're from, and if you're like comfortable with sharing where you're from in Nigeria, just give us a bit of your background.
Okay, that's fine. I yeah, like I said earlier, my name is Ife, so I'm Yoruba. I'm from Ibadan, Oyo State. I lived in Lagos most of my life, and then I got admission into uni in Ibadan. So ever since then, I've been in Ibadan. I spent about a decade in tertiary institution from Yaba College of Technology, and then starting over to study law in UI. And I just finished. So that's
Oh, congratulations!
thank you.
Can you tell us why did you change? Why? What happened? Was the initial plan to
Oh,
study law?
yes, yes, yes. That was the initial plan since secondary school. But then while studying law, I just realized that maybe it shouldn't have been my initial plan. But I just
Okay.
had to see it to the end, and fortunately I'm done now. And yeah, so now I'm just trying to navigate my business, trying to grow my business and see how I can merge my career path with it.
Understood. Okay, so did you arrive at the decision to go to therapy easily? Like, how was that for you? And like, how did you go through the whole process of finding a therapist? Did you go? Because I know a lot of people talk about how maybe sometimes they look for a therapist, but they are not a good fit. They have to keep searching for like one. So, how did that work for you?
Oh, I just came across a tweet on Twitter about a therapist. I saw that it was costly.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it was costly. That way before I started therapy, I saw it was costly, so I just struck it off my list for the meantime. So not until the breakup happened, and I was so sad that I felt, okay, what can I do? Let me just vex and just start this therapy. Therapy in Nigeria is really costly, The minimum wage is 30,000 naira, and imagine spending that much for a session.
And that's for a session.
Yes,
Oh wow.
for a session about 1 hour. How many people can afford that? So everybody just decrease they go. We just manage our. I would say that I would say that every single person, regardless of whether you have mental issues or not, you should seek therapy. Yes, because the same
Mm-hmm.
way we are supposed to check our vital organs and take care of our health, is the same way we should also look out for our mental health. You act in some type of way, you don't know that it's linked to a particular kind of trauma, or you're supposed to work on that behavioral pattern. And you can only know these things when you are in therapy. Basically, any form of therapy could be physical, virtual, or you know even podcasts self can serve as a form of therapy. It's not necessarily that you have to,
That's true.
yes, seek out yes, you should seek out a professional. Yes, that's how it should be. But less costly ways, like podcasts, even self-reflection. Sometimes sit down and think by yourself that this thing that I'm doing, how did I arrive at this? How did I arrive at this um way of thinking, way of life, this personality? You understand? That can
Mm-hmm.
self-reflection can also serve as a form of
Yeah.
therapy. But therapy in Nigeria is really costly. And when I started mine, it was 40K per session. And of course, there's a discount, 150K a month. It's not everyone that can afford that. And even me
That's true.
myself, gone, I can't really afford it, but I know it's been helping me. It's been helping me. I usually say that therapy is literally saving my life. So I'll just pay for it. I'll just close eye and pay for it. Yes,
True. Okay, so we going to school in Nigeria, like in like changing degrees and everything. For you, yeah, what has been like your most challenging experience? Maybe let's say from even childhood or teenage years till today. What has been the most challenging experience for you?
everything in Nigeria is really challenging. Everything in Nigeria is really challenging. Like I'll say, when I was growing up, let me just give you a background of how Nigeria has really fucked up. Like, I've really fucked up most of my life. I'm not 30 yet, and if you say if I tell you that there's a particular problem that I've been dealing with, or that I'm dealing with at the moment, is linked to Nigeria generally. So
Hmm.
when I was growing up, my basic problem was traffic. The roads were really bad from my house to school. So I leave the house, as young as I was, leaving the house around 5 a.m. Once you leave the house by 5:30, you're not guaranteed to get to school. Then I was schooling in Yaba from Iju. You're not guaranteed to get to school till around 9. And it's just 30 minutes difference. If you leave by 5 a.m., you can get to school by 7, even with the bad roads. But once you leave by
Wow.
5 a.m., you're going to get to school around 9 a.m. You're disoriented, you woke up really early, you get to school really late, they punish you, all this kind of thing. They punish you. In fact, your entire day is ruined because, and it's rinse and repeat. You leave school around 4 o'clock. Yes, you leave school around 4 o'clock. You get home. I know many times I used to get home around 10 or 11 p.m. at night because of traffic. The traffic is really, really, really bad. Or as at then, it was really bad, and the roads were bad from my school to the house. So I get home around 11 p.m. What is food? Just sleep,
Sleep.
and then wake up around 4 a.m. the next day, rinse and repeat. So it was really terrible. That's one of the challenges I had for school, and then gaining admission to school. Yeah, anyway, anybody getting admission to, is also very difficult
Do
getting
you know what?
admission to school in
I feel
Nigeria.
that this even this gaining admission conversation, is supposed to be like a big conversation for us in Nigeria because a lot of things are not normal. You see, a lot
So
of things are not normal. You were saying,
yeah, so like that, like gaining admission to tertiary school. I wanted to read law. I could not get in for law at Unilag because I didn't meet the cutoff. So I went to Yaba Tech to study mass communication. Even at that, I had 1 extra year of strike. That's 3 years instead of 2 years for my diploma, and then I put in, and then I gained admission into UI at the end of the day. So 5 year course took me 7 years to finish.
hmm,
Things like that just sets you back in life, honestly. Because when the school is taking 2, 3 years out of your life, it's just something that you can never get back. So those are my challenges, and they're just basically school stuff.
okay. So like from most of the at this point, I think that there was something I said one time to somebody that even being a Nigerian, yeah, I think everybody should, if
As a
they ever decide to
Nigerian,
leave the
you first
country,
need therapy. You just
yes,
need
you
it.
just need it. Like if you can't afford the therapy, you start reading books.
Yeah,
start do
you
Start listening to podcasts and doing meditation.
cash,
Because I feel you, what you said.
surround
For me,
yourself
yeah,
with
I haven't.
positive people and things.
Yes, I haven't gone to therapy, but I did the other things that required. I think for with therapy, I would say that it would be more easier because maybe you have someone to anchor you and help you. But for me, what I had was YouTube, podcast, books, and then you are dealing with depression, but then you are it's like you're your own
Well,
therapist.
that's great as well because at the end of the day, you realize that those things also help. And you're
Yes,
still working on yourself.
exactly.
I think the first step is realizing that I need help. Many people don't know that they need help.
But did you ever get to the point of depression at any point?
I'm carrying it with me anywhere I'm going. See, it's the truth. If the thing is that I'll just keep saying Nigeria is depressing generally. Even as you are running away from depression, it will chase you,
They
and
are
most
chasing
times
you.
it catches up with you. There's so many things that it's just easy for you to get depressed. It's now how we can manage it. It's now how we can manage it, and you first recognize the problem that you're having. Okay, I'm depressed, I have anxiety, or this and this and this and this. These are my problems. Now, how do I manage these problems to the extent that they now become so how do I put it, insignificant, and they
True.
do not, yes, and they do not regulate how I behave and how I lash out at people and
You
control
know, do you know that this thing you said, yeah? I feel that at some point, because maybe we have seen a lot of things happening around us, yeah, a lot of certain behaviors, especially Lagos. I grew up in Lagos too. People are always angry. They are always shouting. 5 minutes, people are fighting, and then you think that this is normal behavior.
there is this repressed anger that people are working with. If you just go and step
Yes,
on someone
anger
unintentional,
and
you're in trouble.
frustration. If we see even this hustle culture in Nigeria in Lagos, yeah, when we moved to Ghana first, it wasn't the same here. Like when we came to Accra, it wasn't the same. And for us, it didn't look normal. It looked like people are lazy and stuff. Now
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get it. Like we are really moving on trauma in Lagos. I'm not joking. By 3 a.m., people are on the streets of Lagos. They're
Everybody is
trying to
living
get to
on the
somewhere.
edge.
Yes. Like when we came
Especially
here, we are
The
thinking that,
average
oh,
Nigerian, I believe the average Nigerian is living on the edge because you don't know. You can wake up
I
tomorrow morning,
swear.
dollar is 1,400, and the plans you made yesterday are no longer valid. Yeah, so
Hmm.
everybody's living on the edge. Everybody's angry. Everybody's in a hurry. You know.
Yeah, like from I noticed the difference when I moved here because we also were thinking that at least we are grown now and we get it that this is dysfunction. This is not okay. How we are living. We are not living like this is not normal, basically. Because when we came, we used to think that like people are lazy. No. Actually, no. People are actually
People are not
living
lazy in
at their
Nigeria. Oh.
pace.
People are
I'm even
working.
saying
People
here
are
in
working.
Nigeria they are overworked.
Hmm.
In Nigeria they are overworked.
12 hours.
They are
People are working 12 hours for the minimum
anxious.
wage.
Hmm. You see taxis moving at night. They are looking for people to carry, looking for money. You can come back like when we used to go to Abia and come back to Lagos. Yeah, 3 a.m. We'll get taxi to the house. Like that's not. It's crazy. I feel like like you said, we're on
Yeah,
the edge
now
in
because
Nigeria.
of security, insecurity issues, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
many people want to risk that.
Exactly. People are scared too at the same time.
Mention any problem in the world, Nigeria, we have it.
Yes, and
So
it's not
it's,
okay.
it's just so it's just so difficult trying to and at after a while when you're living
Mm-hmm.
when you have a certain lifestyle because of situations that you cannot control, like you're in Nigeria,
True.
situations you cannot control, you're used to a certain lifestyle, recognizing that this thing that you're used to, yes, you're used to it, but it's a problem and you need to seek help for it. Everybody's
You know,
used
I think
to
even people
violence,
need to
everybody's
be
used to
informed.
abuse, you know.
Yes,
That's
people
that's
need
the
to be
culture.
informed
It's
before
now
leaving
a norm.
Nigeria.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
because it's
now
a
a
norm to
norm.
us. Hmm. Like even in languages, yeah, there are some things that they'll say to you outside, it's nothing, but that would seem like an insult or like a challenge to you as a Nigerian person, like someone that go in Lagos. What do you mean? But it's really not it. It's crazy. Okay, but like from your point of view, yeah,
Yeah.
how do you see this affecting teenagers parenting? Is it even okay? I think we should talk. Like, I feel like you're even the best person to talk about this whole parenting thing because I know we
Me, okay,
have
I'm not a
once
parent.
shared. No, not like as a parent, yeah, but
Yeah.
like as young women, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that are Nigerians, and
Mm-hmm.
then we see the way this whole thing influences how parents have been parenting for a long time. And like I've seen your tweets too, like the way we tweet about, you know what, even before I even decide to have a child, I know that that therapy I will do it. That's if I ever decide to, because there's a lot of dysfunction. And then we see the backlash, like the reaction when people talk about certain
Mm-hmm.
parenting behavior or strategy, let's call it their parenting strategy, the way people respond to it like it's normal. Like
It's
to me that's
really
not
it's
okay.
really despicable. There's some you
Yes.
hear some things and you see some tweets and it's like, wow, is this how you want to train your child?
Hmm.
And that's how some people are actually training their children. They don't recognize
True.
that they themselves they need help. You can't if you're sick, you cannot take care of someone else that is sick. You need to take
Are
care
you
of yourself first.
for
Yeah.
them to is it not for
And
them
then
to
the
admit they are
social,
sick first?
what did you say?
I said, is it not for can they admit that they are sick
Yeah,
first,
that's
that
it.
they are
You,
not
you,
okay?
you need to first recognize that you have a problem before we can get a solution for it. Eh?
True.
The social conditioning is so bad because that's why I said once you're used to a certain lifestyle. Oh, they used to slap me,
Mm-hmm.
they used to dip my head in oil, and I'm still okay. It made me better. You're not
Mm.
better anything. Yes, the person is not better. You lash out at people, you're used to violence. Anybody say something to you, and the first thing that comes to your mind is to hit them for it. You can't sit
Hmm.
down in discomfort. It's either you lash out or you withdraw. Do you understand? That's
True.
where I think that's where attachment styles come in, especially when it comes to
Yes.
relationships and all that. You need
Mm-hmm.
to find a way to regulate your emotions. Recognize certain behavioral patterns that are positive and negative. Okay, these ones are positive, these ones are negative. How do I work on the
Mm-hmm.
negative ones? Hmm? So if we've not gotten to that stage where we're working on ourselves, and then you want
Mm-hmm.
to train your child what kind of training are you going to give? Because it's what you know that you're going to give, is whatever principles that you know that you're going to pass on
Mm,
to the child.
that is true.
And then the crazy thing is that this child passes on, so it's like it's a circle that doesn't end.
Yes, generational trauma
Now
moving.
you want to give birth, you yourself that they give birth to, eh? Number one, they did not train you well, because it's what they knew that they used to train you. They didn't train you well.
Yep.
And you are now an adult. You did not still train yourself well again.
They turned out fine, so
It's
that
just
cracks you.
it's just really sad, honestly, because the society, and it's actually depressing too, because you have a child,
There's a day.
you are enlightened,
Mm-hmm.
and then you train your child, you now take your child to school. The society
Yay!
will go and turn everything that you put into that child upside down. They will tell you that,
Upside down. Remember, did you see
why are you
this
acting like
tweet?
a girl? Why do you like pink?
Yeah, did you see this tweet that a woman tweeted about? Sorry, whether tweet the Twitter app formerly let me not say rubbish. The app formerly known as Twitter. Well, there's a lady that like tweeted something about how she's been raising her kid a certain way, and
Hmm.
then he goes to school, and he's coming back with misogynistic remarks that she had to go and ask the teacher that, yo, what's happening? What's going on? The teacher said, oh, it's the other children, oh, and these kids are not up to five. Abi, they're not up to 5 years old.
Can you imagine that? That's how. And then the misogynistic idea, they implement it and then they pass it on to other people.
To their
So
children,
it's good
yeah.
to nip it in the
And
bud very early on. And the only way you can nip it in the bud very early on is when you, as a person, you've worked on yourself, and then you also have a supportive partner. Not that you're telling
true,
your child one thing, and then your partner is telling them the other thing, that I
doing
act like a
another
man,
thing.
don't cry. So, things like that. Or if it's a
Yes.
girl, you'll say, um dress modestly. Don't
Hmm.
don't tempt don't tempt men. So in that instance, you are already putting it on the child that whatever happens to you, if you're violated, it's your fault, because you must have done something to attract that um violation to
To
yourself.
be honest, yeah. To be honest, what do you think about this? I think that, yeah, a lot of Nigerian women, especially feminists, they would we have extra work. I'm saying extra work based on the fact that even picking a partner, oh my goodness, it's like you have to look at how this person is as a person
Hmm.
very well, because we've been saying something about switch up. This switch up people do. People think it's a joke. That how can this person? I've seen instances
Have you
that
tried
even
to
till
pretend that?
today, hey, that's what they said. You cannot out manipulate a manipulative person.
I
Basically,
I
like till
just
today, some
recently,
people, some
just
women are
just
still shocked.
recently, do you know there's this particular guy on Twitter that used to say that, oh, he's an Ali and all that. This switch was just so drastic and so surprising, because
Who is?
this person was dating.
Maybe
I
I've
think
seen
I
his
think from
tweets.
what I heard, this person was dating a feminist, and then
Oh,
they
wonderful.
broke up, and then it just made him unfeminist instantly. People
Let
that
me
you come across people that are ready to modify their ideologies
see. They will see. They
and
will.
tell
They
you that they
will
believe in what you
mimic
believe
you.
in, just so
Yes.
that you can think that, oh, this person is a good person.
They will do things to make you believe that yo, I am this and that. But
That's why
truly,
let
that's
me
not
tell you
what
let
they
me
are.
tell you one secret. Let me tell you one trick. If a Nigerian man asks me, what kind of man do you like? What kind of man do you want to be with? I don't used to tell them, because I don't want you to come and form for me.
Exactly.
I don't
You've
want you
not
to
had a
pretend.
conversation with somebody.
You show me
You
how you
had a
are.
conversation with
I will now
somebody.
decide whether you are
Mm-hmm.
good enough for me or not.
Truly.
Just show me how you are.
Yeah, like don't I had a conversation with somebody. She was talking about the same thing too. That this person was probably mimicking like the kind of man she wanted, while he was not really that way. So it's a lot to I think us we have extra work because apart from maybe you focusing on raising your kids in a way that it will be helpful for them, you also have to be is this partner's head correct? Because it's something. But how does like the whole Nigerian situation, how does it influence relationships from your view?
From my view, how does Nigerian situation influence relationships?
Like this whole mental health
Okay,
thing
okay.
lately. Yeah.
It's difficult, honestly. It's difficult. You're fighting for your life. You're fighting for your life, you're fighting to eat, you're fighting to excel academically. I'm talking about Nigerian situation though. And then you still have to fight
Mm-hmm.
for love again. There's so many things that are against
You're
us in this
fighting
Nigeria.
everywhere.
You have to fight for love
mm.
again. Number one, many people you say you know people abroad they don't really have issue. I don't think many based on the things I've seen, I don't think many people will strike out long distance relationships from their list just because it's long distance.
Hmm.
But because Nigeria, flights from Lagos to Abuja, you're spending to and fro, you're spending about half a
You
million.
are
Eh?
see if you are
So
talking about
if
Lagos to
someone
Abuja.
tells me that they are in
What
Abuja,
of Ikeja to Island
you can see,
to
eh?
enter boat?
Okay, I was even going far. Eh? You want to see your partner maybe twice a week for you people to
mm-hmm.
spend quality time and strengthen the health of your relationship, Abby. And you're in the same city, you're spending about 20K Uber. Do you understand?
That's stressful.
Number one, traffic stressful. Number two, the financial implications. Do you understand? So people,
Mm-hmm.
once you are not living trekking distance from my house, even if you are good for me, you're not good enough for me. So you can see how it
At this
affects
point.
relationship as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the culture.
Yes.
Nigeria is a really cultural state.
Okay.
During election, there was this Yoruba versus Igbo uh differences. It's not even wars. It still exists. That's existed since ever since I've known it ever since I've been born.
Same.
They say Igbo people don't like Yoruba people don't like Igbo.
Did
So you
you
want
did you I
to,
have a question.
yeah?
Did you experience it from your parents?
No,
I
no,
have
no,
an
no,
answer
no,
for
not
that
not
though.
at all. And I'm in the
Okay.
minority. I'm in the minority.
Okay.
I dated someone that was Igbo before,
Mm-hmm.
and it was good.
How did they receive?
My parents don't have a say or whether they'll just say, "Do you like this person? Do they like you? Are you sure they like you?" Like, because you might like each other, your family might not like his family might not like you, her family might not like you.
Yeah.
So that's another problem that you have to deal with at the
Even
same.
talking
And
about like
there's
even
just
talking
so
about the
much that
person's
you can
family.
fight against.
I was even talking about the person's family.
What
How
did you
did
say?
they receive you? Can you hear me?
No, they were cordial. They were cordial. They were
Okay.
cordial. They were cordial. I still even my ex's sister is a good friend of mine till date. We still talk, we chat,
Okay.
and all that. Tease. And if I have anything that I want her to do for me, I'll just give it to her. She'll do it and all that. Business wise,
That's
yeah.
nice.
So yes, we're
Mm-hmm.
still cordial. It's just that um I don't think my situation can represent the situation of a lot of people.
Other people, yeah.
Yes, yes, especially
I
people that are
think
more traditional. Me, I'm not a traditional person. The person I
mm-hmm.
was dating is also, or was, I didn't know him as traditional. So
Okay.
people that are traditional, eh, they will hardly want to be partners with people that are not of the same culture with them
Do you know what? I
or
think some of
religion.
them will. Do you know what? I think some of them will.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to a point where they have to make it serious,
Mm-hmm.
you find out that maybe you have been the only one thinking this is real. Yes, yes. Yeah. For me, yeah, I would say that
Mm-hmm.
what I got was more like fear
Okay.
from my dad. My dad is a different kind of person, but for my mom, it was like she kept stating, "Don't bring this. Like, make sure you are not going to marry this one." I was just laughing when she tell me that, "Oh, make sure it's Igbo person you marry." Oh, I mean, I'll tease her, the one where you marry, uncle. Alpha. And she'll be and she'll say, "Ah, you this child, you're a bad child." So for me, that's what I got here. But you would definitely see this kind of response from people, like in different ways, even with
Because they are
Christians.
traditional. That's what they've always known.
Yes.
That's what they've always known. So they want to preserve their culture. Ah, we don't know the kind of culture this person is bringing into our
But
family. Oh, you understand?
my question is, why isn't, like, I'm talking about all cultures, all right?
Yeah.
Why isn't culture accommodating of other people?
I think okay. From my own
We have
perspective, I think
cultures that
individually,
mm-hmm.
individually we are inherently selfish. Yeah,
True.
like we as human beings, that's generally we are inherently selfish. And then we now narrow it down to being Nigerian. Eh,
Mm-hmm.
everybody is for themselves. Every man, each man for himself. That's the general unspoken
Until it
rule.
affects them.
Until it affects them. Yes, that's why you see someone they in a political position, and then the only people that they can add to their cabinet are people from their own culture or people from their family or their
Mm-hmm.
state. Everybody is selfish like that. So the belief is that accommodating someone else from another unit that they are not used to is going to cause more harm than good. Let us stick with what we know. We are just so
Mm-hmm.
complacent. I think that's our problem. Our problem is complacency and being adverse to change. We don't want to try out other foods. We don't want to experience and explore other people and other things. Let's just stick with what we know. That's why people still voted Tinubu. Sorry that I'm diverting. Do you know, I'm just trying to link it to the fact that
No, please, you're on track
yeah, that's why
because
people will be like,
I
oh,
had to, I had to
that's
button
why
both of you
Nigerians, the
guys.
foolish sorry, I don't want to use
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're having
but
a conversation here.
non
But to me,
non
yeah, I
intellectually inclined and
you see the right. You use the right word, selfish.
yes,
That's it.
selfish
That's a
people.
real
Yes,
selfish
yes.
and
They'll
greedy.
prefer to stick
Do you
with
know
what
I
they know,
blocked
even when they know
somebody?
that what they are used to is not good enough for them.
Hmm.
That's why
I
it's
blocked
difficult
somebody.
most times to accommodate other tribes of people.
He called this person Peter Obi stingy. And I'm like, because you are a thief now. If you're not a thief, you'll not be talking about somebody being. Is he stingy? I don't understand. How does that affect what he's going to do there? That is his job. I
And
don't
I don't
know.
want someone that will be buying that will
Hmm.
buy vehicles of how many millions that vehicle say that will spend billions of naira on vehicles
Hmm.
when
I think to me, I
people
was
are
thinking that
suffering.
we've had enough. I was thinking that we've had enough of like this whole past 8 years. Maybe we have something different, but nah. People want to double down.
No, no. Some people haven't had enough. We are going another 8 years. It's just few months now. It's just about 5 months now, and see the big trouble that we are in economically.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So my question here.
Yeah, and I hope it gets I hope it
From
gets better.
I do. I do. I
I
really
hope it
do. I
gets
really, really do.
better, but
Because young people in Nigeria deserve better. we deserve
The
this,
goal
to
is
be
to
honest.
leave the country, honestly.
To be honest, I think that that requires, for things to get better, we require a lot of therapy sessions and self healing that people have refused
And
to do.
implementing the therapy too is one thing. Okay,
Yeah,
the different stages is: number one, recognize that you have a problem that
true.
needs immediate solution. Recognize that you have a
Mm-hmm.
problem, whether it's mental issues or not. Number two, seek help in whatever form that you can, not in drugs or alcohol or narcotics, because
Yeah.
those ones will probably give temporary solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So once you seek help for the problem and then you get the help, you need to implement. It's a process. It's a process. Someone that has been abusive for years goes into therapy. It's not the next day that you talk to them and then they'll respond to you calmly. If they used
No,
to
it
hit
takes practice.
if they used to hit 5 people in a day before, they may reduce it to 4 or 3 until their body is regulated. Their body, their mind, their psychology is regulated. Yeah, so it's
True.
one thing to seek help and also implement the help that you get.
With everything we talked about, how does unhealed trauma and all those things that people have refused to heal from your point of view, how does it influence like how they behave in a romantic relationship?
Oh,
Like you have your experiences and I have mine too, but how, from your view?
people dealing with unhealed trauma are obviously going to hurt other people, no matter how long it takes. You're going to hurt other people. You hurt you because you are hurting, and you cannot give what you don't have. If you have
That's
an
true.
healthy attachment style, that's what you project in your relationships. But if you're coming from a place of pain and trauma, it's going to be really difficult having a healthy relationship, regardless of how much you love the person or how much they love you.
True.
It should just project at the end of the day. For instance, you're coming from a place of insecurity, low self-esteem, um anxiety. Do you understand? Your partner does something, eh
Mm-hmm.
your partner does something to you. Those things are going to project. They're talking to other people.
True.
Because you're coming from a place of insecurity, you've been dealing with this thing for years, eh your partner is talking to other people. Automatically your brain will tell you that this person is cheating on you. They are laughing with other people. What's so funny that this person is laughing with other people? Does it mean I'm not funny? Does it
I
mean I'm
get
not
you.
funny? Or maybe you call them 2 or 3 times, they are busy. Oh my god, they don't love me anymore.
Yeah.
You're dealing with abandonment issues. It will project, even if that is not the intention of that the
Of the
partner.
person.
Yes, but your
Yeah.
brain is wired to think that, oh, this person has started misbehaving.
Something is wrong.
Something is wrong.
Mm.
This relationship is not good enough for me. Or I'm not good enough for this person. Just because you've not
Mm-hmm.
healed your past trauma. Eh? So that has to go out of the, it's not something that can just heal automatically. It's a process. Like I said, you recognize that, oh, I have this problem. How can I work to manage the problem? And I think one of the things that we deal with as people in relationships is being vulnerable. Your partner does not even know
True.
what is wrong with you.
Or doesn't know anything about you.
Yes, we are just dealing on the surface. We like each other, we
Yeah.
hang out, we date,
Mm.
we have sex. All those things, the surface level interactions. Yes. But
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to being vulnerable, being like being healthily attached to some other person, I think
Okay.
it's really difficult when you've not healed your past trauma, the other person does not know what is wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
You yourself, sometimes you don't know what is wrong with you.
Don't know.
You act a certain type
Mm-hmm.
of way, but you don't know that it's linked to a particular trauma, probably in the past. Yeah, so it's very different, and people are just carrying on like that. People get married, they have
Mm-hmm.
children. That's why at the end of the day, people are married, but they're not. They're just there.
They no longer have a relationship.
Yes, there's no relationship. There's no friendship. There's no
Mm-hmm.
communication. There's no
There's nothing.
Yes, there's nothing. It's just we are having sex. Yes, we are living
We
together.
are married.
We are married. Yes, we sharing.
Mm.
But you don't really
Yeah.
know this. You don't know the things that this person is dealing with deeply. Yeah.
I think
So
even as people, yeah, we would have to reflect on maybe even past relationships we've had and
yeah.
see how we can have something better. And that is for people that wish to change or wish to heal, because not everybody wants that. Everybody wants to be doing what works for them. Not working, it's not working, but it's just what is
Yeah,
happening for them, basically.
everybody's going with the flow. You know, understand? Everybody's going with the flow.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it's sad actually, because if you've not taken care of yourself, like I said before, you cannot. It should just affect every part of your life. If you're a
Okay.
people pleaser, you cannot work well in a relationship. If you're
Mm-hmm. You are going to end up with
extremely
resentment. A
anxious,
lot.
yes, it's going to build up, because you feel like everything for this person, yourself for them. So how can they even appreciate it as much as you do? Yeah, so it's
Mm-hmm.
really difficult in romantic relationships. It's good when there are two healthy people, yeah, or at least one healthy person, or at least
People
one person should be
healing
healthy.
or people working on themselves. That's okay. People working on
People working on
themselves. They should,
themselves, yes,
yes.
yes, people working on themselves. Not
Not one
not
person is
just,
working
oh,
and
I like this person.
the
Yes,
other one turned out
not one
fine.
person, because it just end up in a struggle. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Really.
Romantic relationships are really difficult, especially for feminists. Hey,
Hey,
it's not easy at all, oh, for feminists.
I told you like I
For
I said it
people
one
that
day you
are
can just
people
be
that are
sitting down.
self-aware and and feeling healthy, at peace with themselves, ah, it's very difficult, though, because the society is patriarchal. They want you to submit by all means, and
Yes,
you are
they
saying, "I'm
want
not going to
things to
submit."
go only
What?
their way. They want things to go only their way.
Ah,
So
no,
it's
no,
a
no. It's
problem.
as I am right now. I'm content with myself. Doing personal development on myself, trying to achieve my goals. I'm content.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going to be with someone and partner with another person, it has to be someone that will complement me and add more value to me.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yes. So I'd rather be single. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be single than be in a relationship or love that I'll have to manage. I can't manage.
True.
I won't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so but many people manage. Yes, they
They
settle,
do.
because
Good for
everybody,
them.
all men are the same. At least it's not cheating too
Men are
much.
not the same. Oh.
At least it's cheating, but it's not bringing them home. Or
It's not bringing them
um,
home. It still calls me.
it still calls me. Yes. Or he is not that he beats me. He will
It's
just
still
shout.
providing.
He's providing.
It's just
He just
shouting.
shouts. He doesn't beat me like that.
It doesn't beat. It hasn't beat me yet.
Or just one ordinary slap.
Hey.
Do you understand?
Hmm. I get you.
People are settling because they don't want to be alone. And
They are scared of being alone.
that's
That is it. They are scared of being alone.
see, most of the blame can be on society, but that's why as an individual you need to work on yourself. Eh?
That's true.
Against societal norms and pressures. Society will tell you that there's something obviously wrong with you. That's why you are single. especially as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You are almost 30 and you are single. Go and check your behaviour. Maybe you don't know how to cook or you are not submissive. Yes, and some
There's
people feel
something
like,
always wrong with you.
yes, there's something always wrong with you. um not recognizing the fact that nearly all the men in Lagos are mad, or nearly all the men in Nigeria are mad. Yeah, so
You see, do you know
know
what
yourself
is
and
to
tell yourself.
do you know that you see this normalizing this dysfunction we've done in Nigeria, yeah?
Yeah.
It has been normalized so much that a married man can tell you, I'm just a little married.
um
Eh, they will use their wives' DP. Sorry, they'll use their wives as their like profile picture,
mhm.
and they'll be toasting you. See my wife. My wife is fine.
The
That
audacity
is
is
that not
there.
madness?
No, 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 society allows for men to be that
Ah,
audacious. Do you understand? A woman can do that, a married woman can do that, but she will not do it in plain sight
see,
like that. Do you know, women,
see. If
I
there
don't,
was
women
one,
don't cheat. Yes, yes, women don't cheat. But I don't say that women don't cheat. But to be honest, even women that cheat, eh?
they don't do it to audacity.
Yes, they will not come and tell you that what will your wife, what will she say? What will she do?
Or
Because
see
they
my
know that no
husband.
matter
My
what, the
husband
wife
is
will not
fine.
leave them. If the wife leaves,
Hmm.
society will tell her that, oh, because of ordinary cheating, does not provide for you.
Or you, there's something you were not doing that your husband cheated.
Yes, yes, you need to pray and work hard.
Yeah, war room.
You need to fast and pray.
Do you know that there was one that was moving to me? Do you know what this man put on his status?
What's that?
That because I cheated, you are now so stupid to go and cheat too.
Can you imagine? Because it is
Hey,
okay, because it comes outside and he can say it. He can open his mouth
that's
and
what
say
I'm
it amongst his friends,
saying.
amongst society, and they will tell them that, yes, the bro say, and that woman na fine, and she na fine woman oh, and your wife na good woman oh, just try and not do it again. Do you understand? Society coddles men. Society coddles men. So
Hmm.
whatever they do is almost nearly is acceptable. It's manageable. Okay, let's just,
It's
yes, it's
normalized.
normalized.
It's
Don't
normalized.
abuse him too
Men
much.
can control themselves. Men
Mm-hmm.
men are not that this thing. Only they are only the smartest when it comes to head of family, but yeah, they are not that strong when it comes to sleeping with women. Oh, a man can be deceived. He can be done this and that.
Yes, the social condition that young men, they project that in their relationships as well.
Yes, that's why we have normalized
Yes, yes,
discrimination in
yes,
Nigeria in everything,
yes.
almost everything.
That's why
We
I
normalize.
pity that women are not feminists or don't hold feminist ideologies. Can you hear me?
Let me. Yeah, I can tell. I can hear you.
Cindy,
Can you hear me?
not
I can hear you. Can you hear
feminists.
me? Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can. So I
Okay.
said sometimes I pity women that are not feminists. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the things that they have to settle for and settle with. And the more you settle, the more you
Mm-hmm.
have to settle. If you settle for shouting today, you have to settle for slapping tomorrow. If you settle for
True.
slapping tomorrow, you settle for
Mm-hmm.
beating next tomorrow.
You know.
But when a man knows that this one that I'm with, if I shout, she's going to leave me because she's content in herself. She's not dependent
Not
on.
that if I am not working on myself, if I am
Uh-huh,
not trying to do better as a human being,
exactly.
this woman is going to leave
She's
me.
going to leave me. It's not, it's because if he knows that there's nothing I will do that will make you leave,
Mm-hmm.
just know that you are in for a long ride
So
filled
I
with
want to
terror.
say, like you mentioned, women that are not feminists. Yeah,
Yeah.
that at some point, what they are doing is called self hate. They hate themselves so much that they cannot want something better. You are sleeping with
Self
somebody that
hate,
doesn't
yeah.
respect. You are sleeping with somebody that doesn't respect you, doesn't value you,
That doesn't
doesn't do
respect
things
you,
to
that
make you
doesn't regard you. Yeah,
that
yeah,
exactly doesn't do things to make you feel good. Is okay with shouting at you and hitting you. That's self hate. I'm not even because somebody that likes
yeah.
themselves, yeah, will not remain there. Someone that
Mm-hmm.
values their own life. Because that person can kill you and that's all. Like that's the end. And most of the time, you won't get who will get justice on your behalf
Not in
in
Nigeria, that I know.
Nigeria. Exactly. So, to me, that is a lot of self hate, and that's what social conditioning has done
It's
for
self
women
hate.
to
It's self
abandon
hate
that.
because but the thing is that people that are also feminists who also grew up in this patriarchal society,
Hmm, this is
and we had to fight our way. We had to check ourselves.
my question is that at what age did these things start to seem like bullshit to you? Because we all grew up in this society. At what age did all of this start to feel like, nah, this is not? I mean, maybe as you're older, you fully come into the feminist thing, but at what age did this start to be like, nah, this shit is not okay at all?
I say that it's ever since I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Even as young as I was, I knew that there was disparity between men and women, and in the way
True.
society sees and judges both genders.
That's
Eh?
true.
I'll give you an
They
instance
view us
here.
very
I was in
differently. Mm-hmm.
secondary school. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was in junior secondary school. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
And then this particular boy, very I can't remember his name now, but I remember the incident of this particular boy always pulling my hair in class. And I kept
Mm-hmm.
complaining. He sat at my back, and then he'll be pulling my
Mm-hmm.
hair. I went to report to the teacher, and she said, why are you using your she called my parents to say that I'm using my hair to distract boys in class. Can you imagine that kind of narrative? So
See.
I just knew that something was wrong in the way perception and judgment is made on men and women individually. Men
Hmm.
can be promiscuous from now till 2040.
They can be
Eh?
wild. They can be
They
mannerless.
can be wild,
They can be
mannerless,
anything.
sexually
They
indisciplined.
can be the worst.
You will
They can be the
say is
worst, and people will make excuses for them.
boys will
They can kill somebody.
always be boys.
We've
Yeah?
seen this. We've seen this. We've seen
Boys
this
always be
on
boys.
like
You will hail
what's
them.
happening now. The justice for
In real
this
time.
girl that is going on. What's happening now? They can do the worst things, and people will still make excuses for them.
Yes. But
But these girls, mm-hmm,
let a girl have two boyfriends in four
let a
years.
girl refuse to cook. You're going far. Let her refuse to cook food
Uh-huh.
for everybody in the house.
Who the hell do you think you are? Eh?
We women of these days, they are growing
These
wings.
days, they're wayward.
They are wayward. Do you know,
It's just,
like, there's a conversation, yeah, I
yeah.
would like to have with a group of women, and it is about, I have, like, there's a girls segment, basically, where
Okay.
I want us to talk about everything girls. So
Okay.
that one is coming up. I have a co-host for that. But
Okay.
this thing you talked about the teacher doing to you, it
Yeah.
reminded me of an incident in high school too, whereby a group of female teacher sat down to insult a 15-year-old girl,
Mm.
calling her ashewo and calling
Yes.
her names. That
Yes.
was me. They did that to me.
Can
You
you
know,
imagine?
when a teacher is teaching in class, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You see the way the teacher is standing. I was passing to go and take my result, and this woman called me back. Only one woman was quiet. The rest were calling me names. Ashewo. See the way I dress for party. Ha! See, that day, it
Mm.
was my, because we have, everybody has his favorite teacher that they like.
Mm.
He's a man, everybody like in the school. He was the one telling me that I shouldn't allow what these people are saying to get to me. He wasn't there, but I think as I was leaving, that's when he was coming. And
Hmm.
then the girl that was with him, he told him everything that happened. I can't believe that grown women sat down to insult a 14, 15-year-old girl.
I'm really
That
sorry about that, honestly.
oh, it's fine. I see. I have
It's okay.
stories, eh?
It's just so sad. And that's why when I see women saying that, oh, they can't, me, I can't be feminist, I can't seeking male validation, and just being
It is
generally silly,
group belief,
I be like,
group thinking.
hmm,
Is that thing that in our society, when you see the way they are trying to bastardize body now, men are trying to put a negative projection on body the same way they did for what's the other word? There was this word that girls were big, small girl, big god. The
uh,
same way they try to pour their negativity into
yeah,
things. That's what happened in feminists. Because women grew up with the
mm,
idea that men are smarter because that's what they told us. I was told the
yeah,
same thing. That I remember when I was in primary six and I said I want to be a governor, and they said no, that's a man's job. That you
yeah,
can be the assistant.
yeah, yeah,
Even assistant cry. That's what he said to me. So people grew up with the idea that men are supposedly smart.
yeah.
They
And
are the smartest. So
it's cultural, it's religious.
yeah,
You know, we have cultural
it's
aspect of it. We
religious.
have it also has religious backing. Eh?
True.
That 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 proposes that women are to be subjugated to men.
That we were created as helpers.
Yes,
We are
yes,
supposed
that
to
yes.
assist.
That no matter what, that men should dominate over women. That's why I don't even, so most times I don't even really like arguing anymore. I don't educate anybody, especially if it's a man. I just know that he's
Mm-hmm.
not the kind of man that I will even spit on. That's not that's not my kind of person. Yeah.
True.
And if I
But
see
can
traits
I
of
ask?
misogyny,
Mm-hmm.
I can't even see,
I will
I
disappear.
can't even sit down with you, can't even date me. You can't even date me because right at that moment I feel superior to you. I feel superior to misogynistic men because to me you don't have sense, you don't have any value to offer to me. So
Do you know what I do? I soft block you. Do you know that I have ghosted friendships because of them being misogynist?
mhm,
Why? You never noticed it until another woman comes into the picture. A woman that is maybe behaving badly. Do you get?
mhm.
People behave badly all the time, but their response to that situation is what shows me that, okay, so this is who you really are. That has happened to me before. Someone that I felt that he was very smart, like we're cool, and then it was about a girl. She was younger. Do you get? She's
It
18
will
or
always
something.
show.
Yes, and
I
I
always
saw
say
the
that
way he gave
misogyny, let me
grace.
tell you, misogyny is like pregnancy. Eh? It's like
It
pregnancy.
was
It will
sure.
show. If it does not show till like the 10th month, it will produce results.
I
It
saw
will
the way
just
he
show.
gave grace to a 20-year-old boy behaving badly, but an 18-year-old girl. I was
Yeah.
like, why? Since then, I ghosted it. Do you know what? Do you know my fear? People will say that maybe I'm not being compassionate. No, my own is that if you can be like that to somebody, the day me too, I'm not acting in
Of
the way you
course.
like.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to receive my
Exactly. They won't spare
punishment.
you.
I had dated this person, yeah. Till today, I'm even wondering. Anyway, that when a lecturer like made advances towards me, do you know what he said?
Hmm?
What were you wearing?
Can you imagine?
I said, do you
Victim
know?
blaming
See,
immediately.
I said these are stories that I'm going to like. I would like to talk about basically. When I entered uni, yeah, I disappeared. When I mean disappeared, what I used to wear in Nigeria, Lagos, I stopped wearing them. Do you know what I used to wear? Long gowns. You know those gowns that is touching your feet? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I used to wear. And I told this guy that, you know what, this is what I wear to school. Did you get? Because I don't want problem. I've had situations like that in high school and in uni, I don't want that problem. Do you know what the guy told me? He said, don't you
What
know
do you
that when
say?
you wear a gown, you're do you know what the guy told me? Right. So the guy told me that don't you know that when you wear long dresses, it
Mm,
makes your ass look bigger.
rubbish. See, the thing is
I
that
see.
the reason, I said it earlier that I pity non-feminists because there's nothing you want to do to please someone that in the first instance does not respect or regard you. Eh?
Doesn't
Cover
see you
your
as a
head from
human being.
cover yourself from head to toe. Eh? There'll still be excuses to why they treat you the way they treat you. There'll still be excuses to why they have to violate you. Do you understand?
True.
Because for instance, modesty is relative.
That topic of modesty, for me, I used to tell people to mind their
Modesty is
modesty.
relative.
You
So
see,
cut off
like
your
don't
head.
be
Yeah?
project on others.
Cut off your head for someone that does not care. They will say, why did bring your neck with it? What happened to your neck? Why didn't you cut it with it? So
True.
they'll continue to bend backwards until they cannot do so anymore.
Well, okay. So for like my for this, I'll say that hmm, this whole will take a lot of unlearning. Like to me, yeah, even
Yes.
therapy is just the beginning. It's not even beginning. So therapy is just something that is needed for us, like as a society. And me and a friend who is Ghanaian, so we're talking one day. I'm like, see, people need therapy for just being Nigerian. Just
Mm-hmm.
as soon as you are born here, a
Yes.
lot of dysfunctional things are happening. Your relationship with your parents, you can't tell your parents I love you. You can't share certain things with your parents. I'm talking about for a lot of people, oh, they can't
Yeah.
speak to their
Mm-hmm.
parents freely. There's this hierarchical
Mm-hmm.
like situationship between them and their parents whereby they can't even talk to their parents. And they say they turned out
Mm-hmm.
fine people. So there's a lot. So to round this up here, let me ask you that I have like a few short questions for you
Okay.
to round up this. What are you grateful for in this moment?
Ah, in this moment, how do I put it? I feel so content with myself. My business is not where I want it to be yet, but it's growing every day. I can see the growth. I can feel it myself. And recently, I just got a partner for my business, and this person also sees the vision for the business, and it makes me so happy. I also have my family and my friends around me, people that they're solid. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Congratulations on the partner part.
thank you.
Yes. And I hope your business grows because
Thank you.
you have weeks to make for me. We are praying for money to come.
No
And
wala
we'll
now.
just be
No
bookmarking all
problem.
the weeks.
No problem. Whenever you are ready.
Sure. So pick a moment in your life, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that you had the chance to go back to. Say something encouraging to her.
Hmm. I'll say you're enough.
Mm,
You're enough for yourself, by yourself, to yourself, and you can do whatever it is that you put your heart to.
true,
Yeah.
true. So what is life teaching you right now?
Life is teaching me that I should leave this country. Oh my God, being in Nigeria is depressing, honestly. Life is teaching me that number one,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how hard you work, eh, there's some situations that you just need to get out of.
True.
If not, nothing will change. And that the bottom line is that I need to leave this country. because I work really hard. Even though I say so myself, I work
True.
really, really hard. I work really hard. Some days I be like, oh my god, I just want to just stop struggling. The more money you make, the more money you have to make, and that's just the situation that we are in Nigeria. So in this moment, I just need to find a way to live.
True. I know we didn't talk much about your business in this podcast, but there's more on the other
Okay,
side. But I
no
want to
problem.
ask, as with your business flow, how do you care for your mental health? Because I see your tweets when you're up and times like that. Apart from maybe therapy, are there other things that you do?
Yes, I'm a homebody. I'm a homebody. I like my own company a lot. I read
Mm-hmm.
um literature books, fiction. I
Okay.
like fiction. I listen to music when I'm walking on the road. I'm taking a walk or something. Listen to music. I listen to podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and I talk with my friend. Reach out to my friends, even though everybody's dealing with life. Just one hour of conversation with a long time friend. It just makes all the difference. Just puts you at
Okay.
peace and all that. Aside therapy.
I think this even goes in line with the next question. What is quality time to you?
Oh, is it by myself or relationship wise or how?
Anyway, like for you right now, what is quality time?
Quality time for me is when I binge watching a very very interesting series.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I soak myself in books and movies is because as someone that has very low social battery, I get drained easily when I'm
Okay.
out.
I feel you.
Watching movies and reading books takes me to places that from where I am. I can experience other people's, even though it's fiction, I can relate to some of them. I can laugh, get entertained, get
Mm-hmm.
upset even sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, so
Are you a
time.
dramatic watcher?
Yes, I'm really dramatic.
Me
Oh
too.
yeah, I'm really
I hold
dramatic.
grudges.
Every scene like this I must make comments. Yeah, so it's
Mm-hmm.
that's real quality time to me. At least for
Mm-hmm.
now, the time that I spend by myself, I can't even trade it for anything. I just once I'm out, I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to get back home, because
Okay.
being by myself and doing my own thing is great quality time.
Since you mentioned music and movies and
Yeah.
books, what are you reading currently? What are you watching currently? And what
Oh.
song brings you inspiration? Like any day you're feeling
Ah.
low, what song do you go to?
Oh my god, I love this song from Sam Smith. I don't know if you listen to
Okay.
them. Yeah, I don't know if that pronoun is correct. Yeah. I don't know if you listen to them.
Let's say Sam Smith. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sam Smith, Love Me More. The lyrics speak to me so much. In fact,
I listen to Sam Smith. But do
yes,
you know
yes,
what
go
I
and
would
listen to
like
that.
to
Like it's so
do?
soothing. I really like it.
I listen to Sam Smith. Do you know what I would like to do? I'm going to create a playlist for all the guests whereby when you tell me your favorite song, I'm going to add it to the playlist.
Ah, that would be
So
really nice. Yeah.
yes. Yeah. So what
That would
movies
be
or
really nice.
series are you binging on?
Okay, currently, let me check Netflix. I hardly remember titles. Sorry.
Me too.
I hardly
I
remember
have
that. I
to
just know
think
I'm
hard.
read. I just know I'm watching something really
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah, so there's this Spanish series that I just finished watching. Like I just finished watching it, but like I'm rewatching it because it was really really interesting. It's Pact of
Mm.
Silence. The
Pact of
title,
Silence.
yes, the title is Pact of Silence.
Do you know what I do when I'm feeling like uneasy? I go and binge watch love movies. For some reason, it
Mm.
calms me down.
I always feel cheesy. I'll just be smiling and blushing as if I'm the one in
As in,
love.
anyhow.
But I love love anyway. So
Yeah, me too. So for books, tell us.
books. Oh, yeah. So I've not really had time to really read books recently. But the one I want to read next is Husband Hunting 101.
Okay. Is that a Nigerian author?
Yes, Gloria Ba.
Okay. All right. I will indulge. I will find it. I will find it. So, what are you more intentional about? I know you want to leave Nigeria.
Okay. Apart from living in Nigeria,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right now I'm intentional about making money.
All
Yes.
of us, so we need to buy shibi braids. Whoever hasn't gotten shibi braids, they are slacking.
Exactly.
I'm
I mean,
slacking.
I'm intentional. I'm intentional about making money. So any opportunities to make my
Mm-hmm.
business grow and expand, marketing and all that. That's what I'm putting myself to doing right now. So it's
Okay.
just about making money. And when I make the money, I can now use the money to purchase more happiness for myself.
Happy.
Like yes, traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You need to travel. You need to visit Accra.
Yes, you
A lot
see
of customers will like you here. Oh.
exactly.
And wigs,
Places
yes. Oh.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm intentional
So
about making money and also finding a yeah, I'm intentional about making money.
I'm finding what? Let us know. Is it a feminist or a very well raised young man that is or woman that is healing and and finding themselves? If that is it, we are wishing the same for you.
Oh, it's not that. Oh,
Okay.
actually meant intentional about my career because I'm going to law school very soon.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
yeah, so that's
That's true.
also one of the things I'm intentional about. So
Do you
merging the
have do
both
you
of
have
them
somewhere
together
you want
is
to major in? Do you have like a specific? Do you want to niche down
corporate
in
law.
like your low career? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so I'm intentional about doing that, even though I've not really put in much effort. Yeah, I'm still going to go to law school. I'm going to law school very soon, but by now I should be putting effort into uh my niche and all that. But
Mm-hmm.
business has clouded my entire mind, my entire brain, and I need to work towards that. So if the partner one, that one is still later, beg. Make I just still dey enjoy myself as I
Abby.
yes.
Okay, so what would you like
Hmm.
everyone, especially in Nigeria, to be more conscious and aware about?
In like how would I say it now? I think in Nigeria we should be conscious about the fact that everyone is still going through a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to be kind. If you're kind to
True.
each other, we will not hurt each other. For instance, if you say, "Oh, government is not paying salary because of that," you're going to, as a police officer, you're going to harass young people because you see 200K in someone's account. You harass them and pressure them into sending you 100K, so you will not take them to the station. You know, you don't know whether that 200K is the person's school fees. You should just be conscious of the fact that Nigeria and the society general is dealing with everybody. People that
True.
are scamming, scammers. If you ask them, they will tell you, "Oh, I have this social problem. I have social this thing," and everyone is going through a lot. So we should just try and be
Everyone.
kind. Yes, we should just try and be kind. Yeah. So we should be conscious of
Okay.
that too.
Thank you for having this conversation. This is too important. I think I'm probably going to title the dysfunctional Nigerian living. Everyone should seek therapy.
Yes,
Everybody.
everyone needs to seek therapy.
We did
Oh.
not turn
Hmm.
out fine. Seek
It did
therapy.
not. Oh. Hmm. It is not.
But thank you for doing this. It
Thank
was
you
an
very
interesting
much.
conversation. Hopefully, we'll be able to do more, especially for the women's side. I
Okay.
really like to talk to more women so that we can spread more information because a lot of things that we see as red flags, people are seeing green flags. They are seeing
Mm-hmm.
yellow, bright colors. But thank you for
No, they know it's red
coming
flags,
on.
but they will still wrap themselves in the red flag.
Abby. Well, thank you for coming on
No
this
problem.
episode.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed
Yes.
conversing and expressing
Same,
myself and
same.
giving my opinion and all that.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll do
you.
more so that so that you can educate us more. Yes. Right.
Ah, all of us we are learning, so we learn together.
Abby.
Okay, thank you very much.